Okay, quick question before we get started.
Give it to me.
Would you rather be mated to a Fey Lord who communicates exclusively through smoldering looks and zero verbal context, or be stuck in a love triangle with two morally gray men who both have tragic backstories but terrible communication skills?
So I feel like this might be the easiest question you've ever given me. Did not have to think hard about this because if you're offering me a guy who's hot, who won't talk to me, and like just turns me on through a look, I'm gonna say yes. If I have to deal with a tragic backstory
Yeah.
or a love triangle in my 40s, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't have
Okay.
time for that drama.
Yeah, I could have
So
probably done that in my 20s.
yeah, no, I want wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Now roll over and go to sleep so I can finish the latest episode of Housewives. Thank
Or I
you.
want to finish reading my book.
100%. I'm gonna need you to get it done and pipe down so I can finish my show. Thank you.
Exactly.
I love it.
Welcome to Pickle Party, where romantasy gets a little naughty. Join the Brine, it's book club time. Tropes and memes and feeling oh my.
So I'm Leslie.
And I'm Jules.
And if you just heard that intro question and thought, oh my God, same, then you're exactly where you need to be.
Pickle Party is the podcast where we talk about romantasy like it's the cultural phenomenon it actually is, with all the chaos, spice, and absolutely zero shame about loving these books where men have wings and women have weapons.
And nobody ever uses protection, like ever.
No, I have a qualm about that. So I think we've talked about this. When you say nobody uses protection, are we talking in the bedroom or on the battlefield?
In the bedroom.
Right, because on the battlefield, they're like shielded up to the core, whether it's magic or not. But in the bedroom, it feels like there's a lot of free love happening.
So I actually just had this conversation with my husband recently. There's no STDs, which, that's
Yeah, I
good.
have a lot of questions about that. They have a lot of healers and stuff, but have the
Exactly.
healers ever had to heal a case of the, chlamydia? Right. Yeah, like are the healers being called in because your pee burns? Like,
Yeah.
is that a thing in
No,
Fae
I don't
world?
know.
And then why does it fall on the women to do birth control?
Yeah, they only have to drink the tonic.
Yeah. Why in the world would she create a world where women have the world's most painful, horrible periods
Yeah,
at
they
all?
are really bad.
Right? Right. Like,
Which,
I
I mean,
feel like,
okay, really, they are kind of shitty anyway,
I
because,
mean, yeah. So please give me a world where I don't have one like that. Like,
right, if we're in
I don't want to
fantasy
read my
world,
book and imagine what cramps are like. Like, that's not fun.
no. And so this is my point with this, and Matt brought me back to reality. Okay, we're in a fantasy world. There's no reason that there should be like any STDs, any protection. If we're in a fantasy world, he's like, I'm going to be 6'7", let's go.
That's fair. But I can have any fantasy in the world. I'm going to ask for a world where I don't have a period. I'm going to ask for a world where I don't want to kill my husband 7 days of the week for a month.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like, I love him, but I love him over there for like a week of the month.
I can always know when it's coming on, when I'm like, oh my God, your chewing annoys me.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Oh, I hope there's other ladies that feel that same way too.
Oh, I can guarantee there are.
So before we dive in, let us tell you who we are and why we're your new book besties. Jules and I have known each other for over 20 years. We've been best friends since college, and we've known each other though since high school. Through introducing each other to our husbands and being pregnant with our firstborns together, our chemistry is effortless because it's real. I bring fantasy world deep dives and trope analysis, while Jules delivers reality TV, psychology, and romance focus. We're both fluent in memes and pop culture. Together, we finish each other's sentences, challenge each other's hot takes, and make listeners feel like they're third wheeling best friends who can't stop laughing about books.
So, hey guys, I'm Jules. I'm an avid reader, podcast listener, and a passionate advocate for children with autism as well as their parents. Aside from the romance novels that I love so much, I'm a fan of true crime and all things pop culture. I've been married to my husband, Ed, for 17 years, and we have two beautiful boys, Gunnar and Garrett. My favorite books are romance, specifically anything by Lisa Kleypas and Julia Quinn. But on Les's recommendation, I picked up my first romantasy and I haven't looked back.
And I'm Leslie. I'm a mom of three. I've been married for almost 17 years, together with him for 20. I'm an avid reader, a writer, and I love audiobooks. I live for juicy romance tropes, watching love stories unfold, and I'm deep into the BookTok world, knowing which memes are about to break the internet. I'm a Friends superfan with a sharp sarcasm, and I love when book content references real life or I can tie into one of my favorite show lines to explain a scene. I'm incredibly lucky to have a supportive husband who constantly encourages me to shoot for my dreams, which is exactly how this podcast came to be. I had this crazy idea to build a podcast based around romantasy. He said, go for it. From there, I knew Jules had to do this project with me, and here we are now. I'm here for the spicy discussions, honest banter, and I'm not afraid to call out lazy writing when I see it.
Now, you're probably wondering, why is it called Pickle Party?
Okay, so the name is honestly born out of the way we talk about books. Like when the book is spicy, it definitely mentions a pickle. And one of my favorite memes is the girl reading her friend's nonfiction book, and there wasn't one nary mention of a single pickle in the entire book.
I would be so mad.
Me too. I'm getting to the point that if I don't have enough spice in it, I'm just like, all right, are we done with this slow burn story? I can't do it.
Oh, no. And I mean, we've talked about this before. As you mentioned, we are big fans of Friends. And we all have seen the episode titled The One with Rachel's Book.
Mm-hmm.
Come a long way from hiding our books under the covers and being embarrassed when a friend finds it.
You got porn.
Yes. And now when someone says, you've got porn, we're like, hell yeah, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite scene?
Right? There's a
Who
lot of
do you hope?
there's a lot of favorite scenes. The amount of different like Fey lords, vampires, and shadow daddies.
You collect a myriad of your favorite scenes in your head,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they're all good. I mean, there's a lot of ones that may have a slow burn to them, but you know it's coming. I will say I'm in the middle of the Crescent City series right now, and it's a slow burn.
It is a slower burn.
It's a slow burn. I'm 150 pages into the second book. The storyline's great, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm ready for it to get a little spicier.
Well, and I can understand that. Like I'm reading The Wolf King right now, and I like it. It's good writing, but it is definitely like it just finally happened, and we're like 2 hours from the thing being over, and it's a 12-hour book.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt with the first Crescent City book too. When they finally like admit they have feelings to each other, it's like a very short moment, and then all hell breaks loose, which is typical. I mean, that's how you keep them hooked. But
yeah. What is it? Never let a good crisis go to waste. Oh, I'm in the middle of my spiciness. I'm sorry. I have to go save the world now.
yeah, we wrap it up, and we'll talk about that later. Let's go fight the world now. I feel like a lot of battles end with a lot of sexual frustration on someone's parts.
I mean, is that not the same brain though? I kind of feel like you're using this intensity, conquer all.
I mean, that's the goal. We keep it silly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, have you discovered a weird kink that you didn't know you had until you read a book? Or who is, of all these books and all these sexy scenes, which one is your dream beau?
Mm-hmm.
I think we all have had these thoughts. Leslie and I pose head scratchers with would you rather, fuck, marry, kill, or a good old fashioned hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing people's hear me outs.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, and
I've heard a couple good ones.
There are some good ones. That's one of the things that we're going to do on social media is we're going to ask questions, and we want to hear from you guys, because can be discussions that we can go further into, because trust me, we're asking these questions because we've already discussed it with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm dying to hear other people's thoughts on some of this stuff.
Every episode, we dive into the world of romantasy, tropes, characters, memes, and the discourse.
We are going to talk about what we're currently reading, and we're going to rate our books on the pickle scale. We've got the sweet pickle, the bread and butter, kosher spicy, Dave's hot and spicy, to Carolina Reaper. We're going to do our best to give these accurate ratings. Of course, we love to hear y'all's thoughts.
If we rate something a Carolina Reaper and you're like, no, that was more kosher spicy, we're gonna be like, what do you read?
Yeah, I feel like
Please tell us more.
the more I delve into this romantasy world, that's more like what's going to happen is
Right.
there's going to be that one freak when we're like, oh my God, I felt like this was just the most like raunchy book ever. I need to meet that person because I
Right.
need to hear what they're reading.
We'll also do hot pickle cold take, which is where we bring our spiciest opinions and let you vote on them.
Here's the Dill, where we break down the latest BookTok drama or meme that's taking over the internet.
Trope court, where we literally put tropes on trial.
And we're going to feature guests, fellow readers, BookTok creators, indie bookstore owners, and hopefully eventually some authors.
But most importantly, we want you to be part of this. Send us your hot takes, your memes, your most unhinged book opinions.
I stayed up until 3 a.m. and now I'm emotionally destroyed confessions.
Oh God, I've done that so many times.
Yes.
Because it isn't just about us talking at you. This is a conversation. You're part of the brine.
Welcome to the Brine, baby.
Okay, we're going to do Here's the Dill, where we break down something happening in romantasy world right now.
And we have to talk about the Court of Thorns and Roses phenomenon.
Oh my God, yes. I love that whole series. Like, can I just go to Valoris?
I want to thank Leslie because she recommended this series to me, and it was my first romantasy book. And she knew I loved romance, but I did not know how I was going to handle these books. And I have to say, I was hooked immediately. I met someone last Saturday who told me, and I was shocked. She might be the first person I've met, but she told me she was not. I don't know if somebody built it up too much for her, but she was not a fan of the series like she thought she would be. Like she liked it, but I think she could put it down, whereas I couldn't.
I think for a lot of people, getting through that first book is hard.
And I loved that first book. I couldn't get through it fast enough. Now I would have a hard time getting through it.
Yeah. It takes a certain type of reader that wants to dive into that fantasy world, because it really does go into the world and the people and all the backstory, that if you're not a huge fantasy reader, if you didn't like The Hobbit, if you didn't like Harry Potter, if those are not your jams, you're not really going to get into that. And so you're going to get into the second book when stuff actually starts happening.
Right. And it's so funny you said Harry Potter because I also love Harry Potter. And every single time I go to read those books, I always skip the first one. I do. I skip it because it's
world creating.
It is. And I already know it all.
Yeah.
So I want to get into the storyline. And the storyline, I mean, it's a good story from beginning to end, don't get me wrong. But the storyline really does start with the second book. And I think you're right. That happens a lot in fantasy. And so when you bring it over to the romance side, you have to make that compromise when you're switching those genres over. So here's the Dill, pun intended. Why does ACOTAR specifically have this chokehold on the romantasy community? Like, what is it about this series that makes people feral? Because she wrote the first book in 2015, and honestly, I feel like I've just started hearing more about this series in the last couple of years. And I'm just wondering, what do you think it is that is just now picking up with
Okay, so I have a theory, because I feel like ACOTAR is like the gateway romantasy for anybody. Like, that was my starter. And then as soon as I started that series, finished it, and then went on to the next, I can't stop. Like, that is my genre that I want to keep going. I want to keep finding more worlds, keep finding more shadow daddies. Let's go. It's your starter. But everybody starts at a different time. And also, more and more people are really getting into the romantasy genre. They're also wanting to get into reading more. They're wanting to disassociate with the world around them. It's such a beautiful story and atmosphere that you're stuck in these books that, I mean, you'd want to get your suitcase and leave any day.
Oh, totally. If somebody brought me a cauldron tomorrow and said, hop in, go to Valera. Oh, honey, I'll strip down in the streets and jump in. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, take me to the place where the water looks like diamonds in the river. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Yeah, I want to go. Ask me stupid questions. Just move and let me get in.
I mean, it's going to hurt for a minute, but then, you're going to be like
That's
forever,
fine.
beautiful.
It's like getting a
and
tattoo.
young.
Hurts for a minute and then it's done.
Yeah.
I can do that. So that's the Dill. ACOTAR isn't just a book series, it's a powerhouse. It's the romantasy that launched 1,000 TikToks, and we're all still living in Sarah J. Maas's world, impatiently waiting for the next book.
And we're not mad about it. Like,
No, not even a little bit. Not
No.
even a little bit. No.
All those little hints that she gives online, I'm just soaking in.
Absolutely.
Have you seen the fae balls, though? The fairy fantasy balls that they have?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
That
You get to dress up as
I love dressing up.
I know.
My problem is I'm married to somebody who decidedly does not. Ed, my husband, I love you. He does the most while doing the absolute least at Halloween. And it somehow makes everybody laugh. He wore this year an old school pilot aviation cap with goggles on the top and
Right.
walked around with a wrench in his hand all night and told everybody that he was the dude from Dodgeball that would throw wrenches.
I was thinking Up. That's where I went.
A couple people said that too. Like, he will do the absolute most by doing the absolute least. I hate asking him to dress up.
I have to say, mine is pretty good about dressing up. If it's for a special occasion and we're going to some ball or we're doing like some event, he'll dress up. I think he would actually enjoy doing something like that because he loves fantasy novels himself. Granted, he's not got into romantasy. That's my goal next year with him, is to get him to dive in. But he does love a good fantasy world.
I have a good friend who got her husband into the romantasy and he loves it. He's pretty pumped about this podcast. He's got a lot of input.
Nice.
From the male perspective. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, he's hardcore into it.
You know that awesome Pickle Party logo you see everywhere? Yeah, the talented folks at Sometimes We Get You Media created that for us. Sometimes We Get You Media isn't just about logos, though. They're our competitive AI solutions partner. Need killer ads, analytics that make sense, eye-catching images, videos, or audio content? They've got you covered. They can even organize your meetings and turn them into polished scripts. From content creation to business automation, Sometimes We Get You Media uses AI to work for your business. Check them out at www.sometimeswegetyou.com or follow them on Instagram at Sometimes We Get You. Sometimes We Get You Media, because sometimes you need someone just to get you.
Okay, time for hot pickle cold take.
This is where we bring our spiciest opinions and see if you agree or if you want to fight us in the comments.
I'll go first.
Hit me.
Hot pickle. Third act breakups are emotional manipulation and lazy writing.
Okay, you went there.
Yeah, I did. And you know what? I feel like it's old news because think about the will they, won't they. That's always good, right? The will they, won't they. There's nothing more annoying than once they finally do and you're on board and everything's going great and then they get broken up. Yeah. And it's a tale as old as time in sitcoms.
It's a Ross and Rachel right there.
100%. 100%. It was will they, won't they, the whole show. Oh, or How I Met Your Mother with Robin and Ted. It was constantly will they, to the point where the fandom was pissed when the show ended and Robin and Ted ended up together. It pissed off a lot of people because they built up him meeting this other woman for him to be chasing. I get it. I get it. I do think that it can be lazy writing though. Like, what can we do to keep them, hooked? And I love a good love triangle. I do, but it gets old after a while. And I'm glad props to Sarah J. Maas for not dragging it out with Farrah, Tamlin, and Reeson. It became very
Spoiler.
well, yeah. No, I mean, if you're here, you've read the books. I don't want to hear it. They've been out for like since 2015. People, if you haven't read them yet, that's on you. Seriously, she didn't drag out that love triangle, and I
No.
appreciate that. She
But
made it very clear by the end of the second book where Farrah's heart was.
Yeah, but now you got Elaine and Azriel and Lucian that but where's it going? So no, I can enjoy it though. I can be in like a super spicy mode and I don't want the slow burn and I need it to just wham bam, thank you ma'am, have fun. This can frustrate me now with the emotional manipulation and breakups and all of that. But then sometimes I love those like love stories that do that. Do something different and maybe it's just like Hallmark movie made me feel better to read it.
I get it. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned love triangle or a will they, won't they. Nothing wrong with it. But when you've already put two characters together and fated them to be together,
yeah,
it gets lazy. Okay, now you're just trying to hook me in. We know that these people are meant to be together.
Yep.
For instance, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but Stephanie Meyer, Twilight, we were all over the Bella, Jacob, Edward saga in that book by the end of it. Nobody wanted to hear Bella being torn between the two anymore. It was annoying. She was clearly going to choose Edward. Boom, I said it.
No surprises here.
Gauntlet thrown.
Okay, my turn. Fated mates is the best trope in romantasy, and I will die on this hill.
I'm with you. I like the idea of the fated mate. I do. I know that for some reason she wasn't very clear about whether Nesta and Cassian are mates.
Oh, they better be after book 5. Good God.
Hello. I mean, if that doesn't make you a mate, I don't know what the fuck does. Just make you a bowl of soup? I mean, there's got to be more to it. And I feel like they did that more than even Farrah and Ricin. Oh, that's a hard one. It's a toss-up.
I like Farrah and Rhysand. I do. But the Nesta and Cassian, the start of the slow roll into the hot passionate, it was pretty hot.
Well, and you know me, I love when two people hate each other at first.
Yes.
And that happened with Ed and I.
I know. I said, come have margaritas. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, no, that's a funny story for later, but I hated my husband when I met him. Spoiler alert, happens. We were engaged 11 months later, but still. Because of that, I'm with you. I like the idea of mates. I do. I think
maybe you're a mate if you hate them at first.
What?
Maybe you're a mate if you hate them at first. Maybe that's just supposed to be.
I mean,
I couldn't stand Matt at first.
You couldn't.
And then it's like he comes around again. I'm like, oh, breath of fresh air. What is this?
Yeah, he's kind of cute. But the minute you elbowed me and you were like, he's kind of cute, I was like, heard. And I manipulated the shit out of that situation. All right, those are our hot takes. Do you agree? Disagree? Let us know. We want to hear your spicy opinions. We will be posting polls on our social media Insta at Pickle Party Pod if you want to comment and get involved in our Pickle Party world. The next few episodes, we're diving into Wingspan, discussing the Harlequin romance novel, and the epic Ezreal versus Lucian debate.
And we'll be introducing more segments, bringing in guests, and making you part of the conversation. Stay tuned.
So make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We're at Pickle Party Pod. Send us your memes, hot takes, and your most chaotic book confessions.
Or drop us an email at picklepartypod@gmail.com.
And leave us a review. Tell us what you want to hear, what books you're obsessed with, and what tropes you die for.
So until next time,
keep it spicy, keep it chaotic.
And we'll be back soon to jump into the brine.